Welcome back to DM-Nastics, the gym for dungeon masters to work out their minds. I'm DM Neil, aka Joked Maniac.
And it's me, DM Celeste, aka Sea Witch.
Celeste, do you know what my
Yes.
first name is?
I think I do.
Okay.
Is it Neil?
No.
No, it's not. Oh, wait. I've seen it before. Heck, no. I've lost it.
Okay, I know. I keep it a secret. But no, this is just a clever ploy to say that A, it's Floyd. B, I'm also a junior. And C, this is going to be us going through an online quiz, which may or may not be bad. I have no idea.
You've already stumped me with one.
Yes.
Heck.
I don't know how bad this quiz is. It starts out pretty aggressive. So there's every chance that it's just you and I talking about how, listen, we got a lot going on. And maybe we don't always remember everything because of how many things that we are making.
You're scaring me. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so
Test the knowledge.
This is definitely a type of article we haven't necessarily dove into. It's not necessarily a which house are you kind of thing, which often comes up. But today we're going to be tackling test your tabletop gaming knowledge with our diabolical Dungeons and Dragons quiz by Robin Valentine. And this is on PC Gamer. And the Trivia Goblin attacks. Roll for initiative. You know what? That is a great way to go about this. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative. That way we can see who will answer first. And then we'll go back and forth on the questions.
Okay. All right. I'm scared. I'm excited. Oh.
So
I have enough caffeine today?
14.
I got 12, so it's up. You first.
All right. I will tackle our first question first. So question number 1. What was the first campaign setting ever created for Dungeons and Dragons? Our options are Greyhawk, Blackmoor, Forgotten Realms, or Dragonlance.
Mm-hmm.
This would be more fun if I had thought far enough ahead to have some mechanism by which we could both submit answers and find out if we were right. I didn't do that. So I will say that I think it's Blackmoor. And we will just do the honor system. And
I think Forgotten Realms. I mean, it depends what they're saying by setting, but I think the first official one, I'm going to vote Forgotten Realms.
Okay. I will grab a piece of paper so we can find out. I will click on, you have it up. I have it up. We can both click on our answer.
We can just do it. We're here. There we go.
Okay.
Bam. You're right. Oh my gosh. I was wrong. I don't even know what Blackmoor is.
So Blackmoor was a homebrew setting that they had used. I think the other one that'll probably trip people up is that Greyhawk is probably going to be another really popular first answer, but there is also some nuance to the question of like what was created for it, because Forgotten Realms got created
as the first like official kind of like package setting,
especially because it got taken from Ed Greenwood. This is also me doing way too much of this, I think, because the reason that they wanted their Forgotten Realms is because one of the big things about Greyhawk is that it was too finished. I think is like a thing a lot of people talk about, is that a lot of things were just established and done. Like, go over here. Oh, okay. This has all been.
Right.
And so then with Forgotten Realms, that wasn't necessarily
they could kind of develop the canon as people played through it. Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, you're doing it, Neil.
Okay.
You're leading the pack.
Question number 2.
All right. The D&D 5e campaign Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus features a set of rules for which of these activities? Hollyphant training, car combat, lava surfing, fishing. This would be car combat because they had the war machine rules. I mean, I thought they were the greatest developed rule set in the world, but they were technically there. So that is my vote.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, it's one of the biggest things. You had minis for it. You had,
had the Hell Wagon.
Yeah. The Soul Coin thing is actually a little bit more interesting. I do think it's a bummer that this has an actual timer on it because I'm not a fan of that. But because it doesn't.
That's okay. I don't think it's.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
If we wanted to vamp for too much time, we will not be allowed. But no, it's counting up, not down. All right,
it's counting up. So I think it's just another.
All right, Perfect.
Like a tiebreaker score. All right. Car combat was correct.
So the first
Nice.
ever D&D box set included just 3 classes. Which of these was not a class in that set? We have Cleric, Fighting Man, Thief, and Magic User.
Okay. All right. So 3 of these are correct.
Uh-huh.
All right. So then probably Cleric, I would say, because Magic User was probably a combo
I'm having
of
a hard
both
time
Cleric
as well.
and Wizard. Yeah. I mean, Fighting Man is a terrible name, but it sounds
100%.
exactly like what they would probably do in that day and age. And then I know Thief was, yeah, I'm going to go with Cleric. I think Cleric was like the second round when they divided Wizard and Cleric officially.
Yeah, and if we're wrong, it's going to be Thief, but I'm leaning towards Cleric as well. So
Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, we were wrong. It was Thief.
Yeah.
What?
Dang it.
That's so weird that they would call clerics different from magic users.
So that, and
Interesting.
there's the 2 things that were like firing off in my brain. Where 1,
Yeah.
I think Cleric is going to fall under Magic User, and 2, Thief was actually a subset underneath
Of Fighting
Rogue.
Man. Oh, yeah.
Underneath Rogue or Thug, things like that. Like you had to qualify to be a thief, kind of thing. Like it was a subset.
Oh, so weird.
I should have trusted
right.
myself.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. All right. Which of these could you purchase as a skill for your character in D&D 3.5 using only rules from official books? All right, this is fun. Okay, the answers are genealogy, lucid dreaming, spycraft, or taunting. All right, this is definitely spycraft was indeed a skill. I am remembering it on my 3.5 character.
Okay, hold on though. Okay, so we're gonna agree, but let's talk about the idea of.
Let's talk about lucid
quick.
dreaming as a skill. That's incredible.
Okay,
I love this.
Yeah, because what would you do with the skill lucid dreaming? Like, what would you give someone?
I really like this as an idea, like almost like a fortune telling sort of thing, right? Like this is something that maybe clerics or like druids or kind of that divine level character could use if they wanted to kind of commune with the universe or the gods or whatever to like try and get like omens or hints about what to happen, what was going to happen next. I think this would be like a really fun kind of precursor to spells like, divination or the ones you can do to always get the yes, no, terrible idea, like the 5,000 different variations of that spell. So I think that's kind of a fun, like you would use this skill during a rest, right? To see if your dreams could like help guide you where to go next.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah, because I mean, this is the key. Like, what do you and the character believe dreaming is for them? Because is it them processing the things that have happened in like the days previous? Because then it gives better, retrospective opinions on those things. Is it, like you said, is it a warlock? Is it a cleric? Is it someone that has like direct connection with a higher being? And now they have that. Is it the Marvel version where every time you're dreaming, you're basically seeing into a world, like an alternate universe? Is it that kind of thing? So yeah, I think there's like a ton of different options for the lucid dreaming. I would, like a reroll feels fun, but I feel like that's a mechanic that's used too many times. I think the Blades in the Dark thing, where like you've like rethought through something. I think that'd be a fun way to do this too, with like lucid dreaming, letting him like reroll with, letting him use your lucid dreaming stat instead of something else, but you only get to do it like a couple times a day.
Yeah. That's cool.
But yeah, let's click Spycraft to see what happens.
Hit Spycraft, yeah.
No, it was lucid dreaming.
What? How? No, wait a minute.
This is amazing.
Which of these could you purchase as a skill for your character in D&D 3.5 using only rules from official books? Lucid dreaming? No way.
Then both of us would just use the non-official stuff and really
what do you
hone
mean?
on Spycraft.
This is this is bizarre. I do not remember this at all. Wait, official skill on 3.1. I don't know if this is right. Lucid dreaming was definitely not on the 3.5 character sheet. Spycraft absolutely was, though. Well, I guess I'll have to obsess about that later.
No, we're gonna solve this right now.
Okay. In D&D 3.5, lucid dreaming is a highly specific, trained-only, wisdom-based skill originally detailed in the Manual of the Planes. Okay. Wow. All right. Consciously used to navigate the region of dreams, so it was like tied to a specific... Wow. What? I could have sworn Spycraft was... I guess, though... looking back at the character sheet, it is things like disabled advice and, like everything was, making forging was a whole thing. And there were a bunch of like individual things that now all kind of fall under like thieves' tools and forging kits and whatever.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow. All right. Heck. Okay. This quiz is schooling me so far. My God. All right. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready for the next one.
I'm not mad.
I know. Yeah, not disappointed. Okay. Whew. All right, Fori. Okay, I remember this pretty well, but okay. This is your question.
So, in the first player's handbook for Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition, what new class joined the lineup alongside Cleric, Fighter, Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, Warlock, and Wizard? We have Warlord, Artificer, Scion, and Warden.
That's your question?
It's Warlord.
Good pick. Yes.
I got thrown off for Warden, and I think that was on purpose. But it's Warlord because you had Warlord abilities and Warlord skills. Like that was all throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. Artificer was added in the Eberron campaign book for 4E, and then Warden was added in the Player's Guide 2. There's a specific, alongside the Shaman class and a couple other.
I was like, but out the gate, you had to have a Warlord because you had to have someone doing Warlord things, especially like the later levels, or else math don't math.
Math. Yep. Warlord. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I was like, oh, finally. I definitely know. The Warden was a really cool class. The Warden was like sort of a natural warlord for the primordial world. It was really cool. And I've told people this all the time, but 4E Artificer was the only edition of the whole game that made me want to play an Artificer. I thought they were so cool in 4E. So, yeah. But all right. Okay. Whew. Question 6. Which of these acronyms does not refer to an official edition of the D&D core rules? So AD&D, B/X, OSR, and BECMI. Whoa, I'm not gonna get this right. Okay, obviously AD&D was an edition. Mm-hmm. OSR is the Open System Rules. I don't think that actually is D&D. I think that's just a general system. So I have no idea what B/X or BECMI means. So I'm going to go with OSR,
so
I guess.
I certainly do. No, a copy of BECMI is within arm's reach of me, so I can tell you that. So
is that the original, the little zine one?
Yeah, so it's combined. Yeah. It's combining as things are coming out. So it's basic, expert, companion, master, and immortal. In that, and so like it's adding as you're going along.
Okay, I've never heard it referred to that. I also have those books.
Yeah. And so it's
whoa.
And that's back in the day when you were doing advanced and AD&D and OD&D were competing in this weird way, and then eventually things all kind of OD&D
went to the
AD&D, and AD&D goes into second, and things go from there. I think it's OSR because OSR is an acronym that
OSR is just the systems. Yeah, so I mean, my guess is OSR, but I'm wondering what B/X is. What is that? So it must be an acronym that refers to an official edition of the D&D core rules. I've never heard that. Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Hey, I got it. I was right.
Oh. All right, okay. Cool. It is OSR. Was the answer?
B/X stands for Basic/Expert, a highly influential version of D&D, originally published in 1981 by TSR.
I had no idea.
It's the Tom Moldvay Basic and Dave Cook / Steve Marsh Expert, streamlined, and so it's Basic Expert rather than the Beckman.
All right, the more you know.
Because a lot of people didn't really want to layer on the, all the extra stuff. Because once you're doing all that, you're getting into the high level stuff that people weren't necessarily interested in telling all those stories.
Wow. All right. I like this quiz. We're learning a lot. It was fun. All right.
Oh, wait, that's me. In which book did tieflings first appear as a playable species? Forgotten Realms campaign setting, Heroes of Horror, Planescape campaign setting, or the Races of Faerun?
I think
First off, speaking of 4th edition, if you have not watched the promotional material that explains how tieflings were a playable race and gnomes were monsters, it is some of the funniest animations that you've ever seen. Because they're talking to the gnome like an interview style.
Yeah.
He's got like these haunting, like full sclera black eyes. And he's like, well, how do you feel about being a monster? And he's like, it's cool. I got a lair and I got a minion. And he picks up this little, like this chunky badger. He's like, say hi, Francis. And the tiefling's just awful and like kills the interviewer at some point. So yeah, dive deep and enjoy that fun little promotional material for 4th edition. As for this, the Forgotten Realm campaign setting and Races of Faerun are both 3rd edition books that still hold to this day. So first and foremost, fantastic. Planescape campaign setting is also going to be, it's probably 3rd. Heroes of Horror is not going to be the answer because I have that, and it is also very good. The subsystems in that were a treat.
Really cool.
So now I am very confused. I guess I'm going to go Planescape is my answer.
I also think it was Planescape because I do know that my boss, Wolfgang Bauer at Cobalt Press, was in the room and helped consult with the creation of the tieflings, and he really loves Planescape and did a lot of early dev stuff on that. So
Races of Faerun is too niche, and it does like this whole subset of like literally human, like different, variations.
It goes like really deep into what was already existing. It doesn't do a lot of new stuff.
Then the Forgotten Realms campaign setting is literally just like codifying everything in the realms.
Yeah.
So, no.
I'm pretty sure it's Planescape. Let's see.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, Wolfgang, for also helping us have tieflings. Which is so funny because he's always like, why is everybody in love with tieflings? They were this weird, funny monster thing we helped make before, but now they've become one of the most played species options. All right. Okay. Oh boy. The 2024 revised D&D 5e Player's Handbook features an impressive 48 subclasses, but which of these is not included? All right. Because I don't know this one as well, because I've been making Tales the Valiant. So here we go. The choices are Fey Wanderer, Necromancer, Psy Warrior, College of Dance. I know 100% that Psy Warrior and, maybe not Psy Warrior, but I know College of Dance is definitely in there. I'm actually pretty sure that Psy Warrior is in there for the fighter. And I think Fey Wanderer is one of the ranger options. I am going to go with Necromancer as the one that isn't in there because it feels a little too
straightforward.
Yeah, also a little too niche to put in a player's guide, right? Like if they're your base options and you've only got, it's like 4 subclasses per base class, they probably wouldn't put that one on the wizard right out the gate.
Also because that's a School of Magic. It's my guess. Yeah. Also, I guess at some point we had an option to say remove a wrong answer, but we never have. So good on us.
No.
All right, let's try it.
I think Necromancer. Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, we did it.
The whole time I was like, I don't think you're going to pick a School of Magic and let it be a subclass. There's no way.
Yeah, they went back and forth on it. Because they did it when they were doing playtesting for 2024. They tried to make a wizard basically for every type, right? So they had like the Abjurer and the, and they kind of decided against it at the last minute. So there's definitely a desire because everybody wants, I'm like that too. I'm like, I want to play my Abjuration Wizard and like, I want that as my subclass. But yeah. Okay. Whew. Ooh, this is a fun one. Okay. Number 9.
Dummy easy. But what was Gary Gygax's original inspiration for that iconic owl bear? A wilderness hike gone awry. Hilarious answer. A cheap plastic toy. A drunken bet. A D100 table of random words.
Seems like you know this story.
I do know this. Very much so.
I don't know if I've heard this. I have a guess.
Not only do I know it, I can tell you how it qualifies for others, and where it comes from. So this one is no, this one's a good one. I've actually seen this in the wild for another. Yeah. When we get done, I'll explain.
Okay.
So what's your guess?
Question? I'm guessing like a cheap plastic toy that like looked ridiculous.
Ding, ding, ding.
And yeah. Maybe I have heard this, but this kind of rings a bell. But tell me the story. Remind me.
You can still see it, but this is not a very common way to obtain toys now. You would need to do more of like a dollar store purchase where it's like a bag of cheaper toys. There's, it's like injected mold plastic. It's not very many colors. And it's not just the owlbear. For sure, it's also the rust monster. That's the one that comes to my mind more. And what's funny is I was back seeing my family in Kansas, and there was this like diorama that was set up. And it had the OG original rust monster in it as part of this like random setup diorama. And I don't have a photo of it in my phone because it was just the most perplexing, hilarious,
jarring
thing. Top it all off, it's a Mexican restaurant in Kansas. Delicious food. Yeah. And it's very funny because I was there and they have a thing on the menu, which, I mean, every listener can find this funny. I find it absolutely hilarious because we sit down and I'm ordering my food and someone next to me orders a taco pocket. And I said, no, I don't know. What happened? What is that? And then I look and I assess it. I was like, oh, so that's an empanada. Like, that's not. I understand.
I guess it was quesadilla. Really.
And I was like,
oh
okay,
my God.
When he comes back out, I'm going to ask. And he was like, yeah, it's definitely an empanada, but we just call it a taco pocket because then it sells. And I was like, okay.
It sells better. All right.
I got it. And so they had a rust monster in there. But yeah, it was the original inspiration for several of them. Owlbear and rust monster included for sure. I don't remember if there were others, but like those two are like key in my mind. And yeah, they're so funny. And even the original, like when you go look at the art in like the original monster manuals, it is just like a black and white sketch of those toys. 100%.
Incredible. Yep. All right. Which of these is not a real official D&D monster? All right. We've got Pocket Picker, Flail Snail, Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, and a Flump.
Well, this is interesting because this hit us with the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire out the gate because we got,
this is a 50-50 because obviously Flail, Snail, and Flump, absolutely real official.
Yeah, I've had, what was it? It wasn't this year. It was last year on the cruise. I used Flail Snails and I had them printed out and I used like this crazy iridescent,
so weird,
like wildly iridescent, paint on them for the shell.
Oh, cool.
And they went over super well. And then like, I think I gave them to the people playing in the game because they're more, if there are things I don't have to take home with me.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Great. Yeah.
But
so Pocket Picker or Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. So these must have been like, early monster manuals.
Okay. I have a funny idea. I'm going to hit remove.
Pocket Picker
I'm going to hit remove a wrong
weird.
answer because that's very funny to me.
Okay. I am going to go with Wolf in Sheep's Clothing.
You dirty people at PC Gamer. You making me sign up to get the hint activation. I will not.
No. Okay. I'm going to guess that it's not that. Oh, no, that Pocket Picker is not the real one because I feel like they would have used like cut purse or like thief or I think there are better terms. And I can see them having a wolf in sheep's clothing for some weird, like...
I'm with you.
I don't know, Little Red Riding Hood fairy tale-esque themed monster thing.
Click it!
Okay, Pocket Picker. Yeah! Correct! Wow. Your score, 7 out of 10. A level 10 wizard. Look at that. I'm a level
10 wizard, too.
Wow! Wow, that was a good quiz.
I did. So, okay. That wasn't what I was expecting, if we're being honest. I was expecting it. I was not prepared to go from Beck Me to 5.5 subclasses. So,
yeah, it was good. It was a range.
It was a lot better than I was expecting. I was pleased with it. And we got to have a lot of discussions about a lot of random things, including randomly knowing way too much about those toys. So I've thought about getting them. They cost way too much.
Yeah.
They cost so much. I thought about stealing that one I found in Kansas.
Whoa!
No.
Just leave a taco pocket in its place to see if anybody notices.
Yeah, I was like, this is absolutely an empanada, guys. It's okay.
Incredible.
You can say it if you tried. But if you liked that quiz and you wanted to get a 10 out of 10 or give us a 10 out of 10, you could always go over to your Apple Podcast or podcatcher of choice and leave us a rating and review. And of course, if you wanted to tell us about how you did on the quiz, you can always email us at dungeonmastersblock@gmail.com. And of course, if you head over to social media, you can find us at DMS_block, me at JokeManiac,
and me at C. Conowitch. And for everything else on the network, check out blockpartypodcastnetwork.com. As always, a huge thank you over to the bards on the Bombarded podcast for our intro and outro music. You can find out more about Bombarded at bombardedcast.com.
Rather than let these mental gains go to waste, let's head to taking your supplements.
Taking your supplements!
Celeste, I feel like you have more questions for me.
I do, and perhaps more answers, because the pursuit of truth is always so interesting. But anyway, yeah, based on this episode, what I loved about answering these really weird and specific questions was a reminder of something I like to do with my friends, usually when we get together at cons, which is play D&D Trivial Pursuit. We were taking this quiz, and I was like, hey, if you all enjoy this and having conversations about really weirdly specific knowledge about the history of Dungeons and Dragons, USAopoly put out a D&D Trivial Pursuit game, working with, Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast to publish this thing. And it is always a really fun time. Listen up, kids. You gotta play this with, the nerdiest friends who love the history of gaming to really enjoy this. But if you have that group with you, it's a great Trivial Pursuit. It really gets into the nitty gritty, and I just learn so much about the history of the game and fantasy, all the inspirations behind D&D. And of course, you get the fun flavor on where did this monster come from, or what was the the name of the cartoon that inspired this. It's a really good time and just something really fun to do when you get together, with those friends, or if you have a group that you've been playing D&D with for forever. Highly recommend it. So it's sold by USAopoly. So you can go and you can find it on pretty much any of their major retailer sites. But it's a really good time. So if you liked this quiz, boy, you're going to love playing D&D Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah, best part, you can play as an owlbear as one of the
yep. That's one of the little tokens.
Yeah.
So
hey, you could go spend an exorbitant amount of money and buy the original owlbear mini and then also play.
And then also play it with the little weird toys.
Yeah, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with it. So you said you've played it. So this is always the thing that I've found with Trivial Pursuit is that the variance inside of it is perplexing at times, because sometimes I feel like, wow, that was easy and fun. Or sometimes I'm like, that was confusing and not fun. Where do you feel like this one lands?
This lands squarely in the middle, because there are questions that are things like, name the 9 schools of magic, right? That if you're a player, yeah, totally, you're going to be able to name those. But then they also have the which of these 4 comic artists inspired all of the art from the Fiend Folio published in 1980, whatever. Sure. So it's really a wide range of deep pull knowledge and then also practical knowledge. So for me, I think it's always a good time, with people sitting around. I would say about 50% of the questions are really freaking hard, and then 50 are fun. Stretch you a little bit, which is pretty much exactly where I want to land in Trivial Pursuit. Yeah. So I gain weird knowledge and we get to learn and discuss, right? Like we were just doing in this episode. But then also feel pretty proud that I can name, the fact that a piercer is, the little baby version of a roper or whatever it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's my thing, is I hate when it leans too far one way or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's having a good time because nobody knows what's happening, or everyone is.
Yeah. This is squarely in the middle. There will certainly be those questions where it's like, what? But I would say it's a good mix of both. There's a lot of history in this game, and it's all very interesting.
So, I did not want to be remiss and close this episode out too early because I do have access to the Manual of Planes. And I did look up what lucid dreaming is because I refuse to let this go because I want my waking moments and my dreams. So use this skill to realize that you are dreaming, conspicuously direct elements of a dream, and move into other dreamscapes. Making a lucid dreaming check is a standard action that provokes an attack of opportunity. Task, realize you're dreaming, DC 5. DC 15, change one aspect of your personal dreamscape. Change one aspect of another's dreamscape would be a DC 20. Your personal appearance, DC 20. Depart one dreamscape for another, a DC 15. Depart a dreamscape for the dream heart, a DC 25. And leave the dream heart, a DC 20. Yeah. You must successfully grapple your opponent if you're going to pull another with you into the dream heart.
Whoa. So the dream heart must be like a cosmic in between, like ethereal plane sort of place.
Yeah. And
I guess
while you're dreaming, like this is your check to just start taking over.
That's so wild. Cool.
Yeah.
Huh? More you know?
Wow. I don't know. But with that, we can lucid dream our way out of here. But to do that, we'll turn out the lights and head out of the gym. I brought it in. Yes. So before we go, though, I want to implore you, the listener, to join the Discord, social media, and anywhere else you can find us and take part in these challenges, exercises, and other amazing conversations being had.
To do that, head over to bit.ly/DMBanter and try some DM-Nastics so your players don't ask, do you even lift?